What is happening, my Wasteland Wanderers? Welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. I'm your host, Rosary, and our new friends here at the Nellis Air Force Base, the Boomers, have asked if we could help them out with the little repair job on their solar array. Now, I don't know a whole lot about fixing solar panels, but I thought I'd give it a good honest try. Because, I mean, how hard can it be, right? The first question is, how do we get up there? Might have to do a little parkour job. Fortunately, there's a little incline right here that could shimmy my way up. Come on, almost. Almost. I don't know why sometimes it lets me jump and sometimes it's just like, nope, no jumping for you. Okay, some of these do look pretty busted up. Reflector panels on this array are damaged. Inspecting the damage, you quickly realize you lack the skill to repair the array without replacement parts. Repair 65 or higher required, or use solar array parts. I guess I gotta leave it alone. But fortunately for us, it does also indicate on the map where I could find some parts. So let's boogie on down and see what we can scavenge. And with a quick little fast travel to our good friends in Novak, we head just over yonder past this hill. We should be able to... Oh, where'd my gun go? I did stop off and do some inventory management, so I forgot to equip a weapon. Let's go with good old Maria. I feel like it'd be more appropriate if she held it sideways. I don't know, it just seems out of character for my bottle cap Becky, but I feel like that's how Mr. Checkerboard Pattern Coat would hold it. I already forgot his name. But he is now sleeping with the fishes, and I've got his gun, so who's the real winner in that scenario? Alright, so I feel like some highly valuable solar array panels, they're not just gonna leave those unattended. They're gonna be highly guarded, and we've got some people here. Not seeing the red reticle, so maybe they're friendly?
This is a restricted area. State your business.
I'm here to steal your solar panel. Oh, I mean, aren't I technically with the NCR? Shouldn't they let me in and help them out?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Idiot, that's a terrible way to describe your coworker. Shouldn't there be more people than this defending a power plant?
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
So the Brotherhood of Steel, that's one faction that I still haven't managed to find and meet yet. Why was the Brotherhood of Steel here?
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, 20-1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs.
I mean, they're not just gonna happily hand over a fully functioning power plant. Strategically, that makes sense. Why are you here and not on the front lines? Isn't that more important? I mean, power infrastructure is just as important as the front lines, but
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
and that's all we got from you, so thank you for the information. Goodbye.
Later.
What do we got here?
Hey, we won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Okay. Archimedes testing. On Tuesday, February 16th at 2 p.m., technicians will be running a test of Archimedes and its connectivity with our plant security system. Under no circumstances should any employee be outdoors on the plant grounds until the alarm klaxon has ceased and an all clear is given. We have death and dismemberment waivers from all employees on file and are not responsible for any accidents that should occur during this procedure. Protective eyewear is mandatory for all technicians observing from the tower deck. How do you go about getting death and dismemberment waivers for your employees? Results. The initial testing of Archimedes was a success, though not an unqualified one. Several minor systems were overloaded despite all precautions taken, and the 2.5 minutes of downtime following the test is something we can work on improving. More importantly, we received reports from nearby facilities that they experienced system frying power fluctuations at the time of the test. Notably, the Black Mountain Communications Array and the military bunkers at Hidden Valley. We're going to make it a priority next time to prevent such collateral damage. Upcoming visit. Bridget Jenny Scott Love of the U.S. Army will be visiting the facility starting next Monday and staying on site indefinitely. When Archimedes goes live, he will be the only person here allowed to authorize its use for anything other than a test. Civilian employees are not required to salute, but it is expected of everyone that you observe thorough grooming and hygiene regimen, so wash your ass. And dress neatly while the general is with us. The general expects the best from all his men. The Poseidon men should be no different in the presence of such a fine and decorated soldier. Like, how fine we talking? Can I tell him? A Poseidon Energy publication for new employees. As a member of the Poseidon family, it will be natural for you to become enthusiastic about the incredible endeavors you'll be undertaking with us, and to want to tell others. But just a second there, my good man. Let's take a minute to consider what could happen if company information fell into the wrong hands, and whose hands those might be. Better not be the communists, I'll tell you that much. Can I tell my wife? Well, let's say you do. You tell her. Not to tell anyone. Your bond is sacred, but a woman's idle tongue is the devil's plaything. No sooner do you leave for work the next day than she's on the phone telling her best friend Candy. Then Candy tells Gertie. Gertie tells Maxine. Maxine tells Lulu. If my girl has friends named Gertie and Candy and Lulu, I'm dating a stripper. I wouldn't expect her to be safe with classified information. Lulu's telling Doris a Chinese agent posing as an American operator listens in, and the next thing she's on the line with the Forbidden City, singing like a treasonous canary. The following day, you and your wife are bound in shackles, and China is sitting at the controls of our entire arsenal. Well, that just sounds like a good time for some people. Not all. I'm just saying some people enjoy that kind of stuff. Can I tell my children? Why would you want to tell your kids? Kids are stupid. What father wouldn't want his kids to look up to him? Don't be that father. One day at school, Ivan, who names the kid Ivan during the Red Scare? Bulikov will get more than lunch money out of your kids. He'll have national secrets. And while they're parading him through Red Square as a national hero, your children will be working in forced labor camps. Right next to you and your beautiful young wife, who's now wrinkled and homely since the communists have banned makeup because it expresses individuality. Oh my god, the horror. Not my MAC foundation. I can't live without my MAC foundation, girl. Can I tell my drinking buddies? Surely if there's somewhere safe a man can place his trust, it is with his other male friends. But how much do you really know about them? Are they friends or comrades? Don't be too sure. Even the most transparent window can hide secrets when it's lined with iron curtains. Always remember, you are a member of two families now, and you have obligations to both. But your obligations to the Poseidon family is greater, because while your children may misbehave and your friends may change and your wife may nag and cheat, god damn, like who had a broken marriage that wrote this? Your wife may nag and cheat on you. Poseidon Energy will always be paying for and protecting your way of life. Don't tell anybody about anything about the projects of Poseidon Energy. When pressed, tell them that your job is repetitive and not worth discussing. But the company is neutering and gives good benefits and is always looking for new talent. What a job pitch, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got here. Whoa, what is that? Is that a small bear or a large? Oh, that's a big dog. Oh, you mangy look. What are you doing to that bear? Oh my goodness.
We should be up on the front lines, not out here in bumblefuck. This place is a junkyard.
Hey, you take your orders seriously. You guard bumblefuck with your life. Got here? Someone reading Harry Potter by lamplight. I think it said burned book, but you ever think it's funny to think about in the far distant future what kind of cultural remnants will still be around? Like, do you think archaeologists will dig up a copy of 50 Shades of Grey and be like, this was their holy scripture? You think they'll read the Harry Potters and be like, no, the 20th century man actually believed you could expecto patronum your way through a problem? Is this the jerk off with the glasses?
Hey, man.
Oh, hey.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
Settle down, man. I'm not here to replace anyone.
Damn right you're not. Goddamn right. Why would they? You can't top this guy. Just a little more time. You can't keep Fantastic down for long.
That's your name is Fantastic? Well, ain't that just fantastic? What job do you have here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No Fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
Man, what I wouldn't give to have the NCR suckling my teats. What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency, and I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
Only 2 guys? You think they'd send a few, like 4? How would someone retarget the mirrors?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
Well, I am now.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
Why should the power go to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
How about you spread some of that cheddar and see that I also get paid? Why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
What exactly do you do?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
That would be cool. So you have no idea what you're doing?
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
I mean, what better way is there to learn than just trial and error? And I do mean a lot of error. How did you get this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Wow, that's a resume. All right, well, thank you.
Here, you want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
That's a good place to keep a password, I must say. Oh, and who might you be?
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
My interest in this place is scientific.
Then we have that in common. Whom do you typically work with?
I don't know about that one. I just do what's necessary to keep the peace.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
Followers of the apocalypse, isn't that the guys that want me to bug Mr. House's tower? Why are you here?
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
The NCR asked me to help increase the plant's power output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Where should I route the power?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt. but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
I mean, that seems pretty fair. Everyone deserves to have a little power. Why would you trust me with this? Because I have a trustworthy face.
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Well, that's pretty fair. He's settling on me to save the world. What more is there to this place than a power plant?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
You think Archimedes is a weapon they built here? Of course it is. It sounds just like a weapon in that thing we read like 5 minutes ago?
Yes. And the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
The Brotherhood of Steel know about Archimedes?
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
What does the NCR know about the weapon?
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
Well, thank God for incompetence. Tell me more about the followers of the apocalypse.
Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them.
Go on.
Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the ways to remind people of them.
Yeah, where are they?
We're scattered mostly. We go where we're needed. Our largest presence is in Freeside, at Old Mormon Fort. Other than that, I know Dr. Usanagi set up a practice near the Crimson Caravan, and a man we train is operating out of the Aerotech building. Another man, Tom Anderson, was looking into water supply problems in Westside, but that was a while ago.
You just gave up the location of all your boys. Do the followers work together with the NCR?
We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability.
I think that's all you got, so thank you for the info dump. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
These are some really cool, like, sci-fi doodads. All right, here we are. So this was the reason we came, was for parts for the solar array back in Nellis Air Force Base with the boomers. Not sure how exactly to scavenge what I need. But I suspect maybe some of these might look different than the others. So far, they're all pretty uniform. bunch of very obedient soldiers. Oh, what's this? We got ourselves a disobedient private. What do we got here? Activate broken solar reflector. Reflector panels on this array are damaged. You could salvage some of the array's parts. Would you like to salvage the array? Hell yeah. Cool. And nobody's mad at me for that? We cool? We cool? Alright, tight. These people just sleeping out in the sun, getting all sunburned.
We might as well be defending a cage from the inside.
What was this? Ah! The hell? Damn it, Boone. I'm glad you got stuck in that, not me. It is possible to trigger this bear trap without injuring yourself. Yeah, disarm it. Cool. At least I didn't walk in it. What is... I kind of disarmed that one too. Reset the mainframe connection. I think we read that one. And that one too. Cool. Alright, so we got one of the doodads activated. And found some parts for the solar array. Oh, here we go. Don't know how many I'm gonna need. Don't know how many I'm gonna be able to salvage. Also feels like a sci-fi hedge maze. Like, could you imagine in the future, instead of hedge mazes, it's solar panel array maze? That'd be kind of fun. At least it's like providing some kind of benefit rather than just being pretty topiary. What the hell is growling at me? Oh, here's another one. This looks like similar to that other buildings. I don't like the growling noise though. Oh no. Down, Fido. Oh, I hope the NCR doesn't get mad at me for shooting their puppers. But I mean, they've gone kind of rabid, so really I'm doing them a favor. Nice little slow-mo head roll there. Wait, I still hear growling. Is there another one? Down, Cujo! Oh, snap! Leveled up. Just dump everything into repair. And here's the terminal. Oh, there we go. Wait, arm Archimedes security says, I don't want to do that. Use Helios. I didn't get a chance to read that one. I think now I just gotta go up the tower and realign the something or other. But meanwhile, I'm gonna keep salvaging array parts because that's originally why I came here. I don't want to bother with that right now. Now, speaking of hedge mazes, I recently got through the audiobook for The Shining. And that's a great book. One of the big differences, or at least the things they changed from the book to the movie, is that in the movie it's a hedge maze, but in the book it's topiary animals. So like hedges and trees that are shaped up to look like it was like a bunny rabbit, a dog, a tiger, and like I think some other stuff. And they come alive at one point and start attacking the family, and that's crazy. That's one of the things that the book is fantastic and the movie's fantastic, but given the changes, I understand why they made the changes that they had to. I think that's going to be all of the array parts that I can find. So this leads to the tower. So we'll head in there and see if we can do the thing. Wait, I thought there was a tower. Why are we going down? I mean, they did say it was going to be heavily guarded. What? Oh, that was... I thought that was me. We good? We got everything? Hell yeah. Okay. And I just looked at the time, so... we're going to have to continue this adventure on our next episode, so be sure to check back next week as I continue playing Fallout New Vegas, because I don't know where this is leading, and it's already pretty exciting, so I'll see you then. Take care. What the fuck are you doing?
Ready to die for your country?
And with that said... Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Doing so encourages YouTube to show my content to more people, and you won't want to miss out on my next upload.